So hopefully at this point I'm not going to smoke out the place with the salmon. But yes. Salt and pepper the fish, and actually when I season the fish, I salt both sides, and I only pepper the side that I do not sear. That's just for an aesthetic reason that I learned in the city. Got a pan with canola oil in it, and if you're cooking, everyone says to me, how do you cook fish? It's like, I can't ever cook fish. Great thing to cook fish. Pan on the stove, as hot as you can get it, oven turned all the way up. Season the fish, put a little oil in, let it smoke, and put the fish in the pan. I think we'll be all right. But seriously, everyone doesn't like doing it because it makes a mess, but if you get the pan really hot and you put your fish in the oven, in the pan while it's hot, and then take the pan and just pop it in the oven. There's no oven down here, I'm just pretending. Put your pan in the oven and just let the fish go for like 5 minutes, you'll be fine. Actually, this is making me a little nervous. So, okay. So anyway, so we're gonna make like we actually cook the salmon. Just put the oven up to 500, pan smoking hot, oil in. Tilt the pan away from you when the oil's away from you. Put the fish in, that's been seasoned, and let it go for like a minute or two, and it'll just start to get a little brown on the edges. Then you pop it in the oven, cook it on one side. I do the same thing with chicken. Okay, same way, hot oven, hot pan, put it in, season it, put it in the oven, good to go. Cook it on one side. What happens is when you cook it on one side, you don't tense up all the proteins as much, so you only sear that one side, and the rest of everyone's like, oh, you make the greatest chicken in the restaurant. It's just chicken, it's cooked well, it's seasoned well, it's cooked properly. Someone else? So anyway, go back with the aioli. It's just like a mayonnaise, which is basically egg yolks, a little bit of lemon juice, garlic, Dijon mustard, a little bit of water, and then you take everything, you put it in a blender or a Cuisinart, and then you add the olives to that too, and then you slowly add the olive oil as the machine's running, or the two oils as the machine's running. Then actually at the restaurant, what we do is we finish it with a little bit of heavy cream, and I've just found that it helps stabilize the emulsification, that it doesn't break so easily, and I can hold it for, I don't have to worry about it breaking in a matter of a couple of hours. So I've got the zucchini cooking. Taste it, needs a little salt. This is nice. Question?
So what's good about canola oil is you can put it over a high heat, whereas other oils may burn. Certain olive oils will burn at a high heat and oxidize, which we don't want. We want the antioxidant. So canola oil, though, there is some debate about its health properties. Right now it's not conclusive, but I think that if you could choose other oils like sesame oil, olive oil, coconut oil, there's more health benefits to those. Sesame oil is actually fine. If you're concerned about any estrogen level, just go for the raw rather than roasted.
What about grapeseed oil?
Grapeseed oil is great, yeah.
I'm a little concerned about the raw egg yolk in my recipe. Can I use avocado instead?
Yeah, so I think a great substitute would be tahini, which is sesame paste, and avocado. You could use that as well. I think it will keep the flavor, and it goes nicely with the ingredients.
Getting back to the salt that you're talking about, what about the Himalayan salt, the pink salt?
Yeah, Himalayan salt, it's pink because of all the different minerals in it. Some people even, you could buy a Himalayan salt inhaler, which is just a little machine that you breathe into that can really help during allergy season. The Himalayan salt is great. It typically doesn't have as much iodine, but it does have a lot of other minerals in it.
Oh, it's an aesthetic thing. The red beets bleed like, it's like, we were doing the vegetable salad, I put the red beets in, and just, the whole thing's pink. Just messy. So I've got the zucchini, the quinoa mixed with the artichokes and the olives. And then, and also with this dish, I don't go heavy on the salt because there's a lot of salt in the olive aioli. And then this is just the olive aioli, olive mayonnaise. It's actually good on sandwich, a chicken sandwich, some roasted peppers, or I'll do like just, I'll poach some tuna. We'll have tuna scraps left over at the restaurant, and I'll poach it off in a little bit of olive oil and some garlic and shallots and some aromatics. And then I'll smear this on the bread and eat it with the poached tuna, like Italian tuna. Good stuff, good stuff. Ooh, this is really nice. Did a really good job not cooking the salmon. If you can see, if you sear the salmon nicely, all right, so that's the salmon dish. And the only thing we do at the restaurant additionally, sometimes we'll put some pickled onions on it. So for me, I said the whole dish should kind of work together, tell a story. It's a very Mediterranean. I'm thinking like niçoise when I put this dish together. You got the olives, you got the artichokes, some zucchini, got the pickled red onions on top. So it works for me, at least.
If anybody has questions, raise your hand and I'll try and get